Every once in a while, you gotta drain out the blinker fluid. Gotta take out 2 screws. One's right there, one's right there. And these are T30s. When you pull the taillight housing out, don't pull it back. Push it to the side. There's 2 pins, one here and one here. And those pins push into little pockets in there. So you can see one right there, and there's one at the bottom. So I'm just gonna pull out towards me to pop this guy off. Oh shit, there it is. If your truck's anything like mine, it's probably covered in grime, and it can be difficult to get these guys out of here because these little tabs that catch and the tab on the other side don't want to move. So sometimes it's easier to just pop the bulb out, and then you're not trying to balance this housing at the same time. Ooh, look at that fancy guy. This taillight housing got cracked up here at some point, probably pulling something in and out of the bed. It's in a somewhat vulnerable position right there, so I'm not that surprised, but that's probably the source of the leak, which leaked water into the housing and then also apparently leaked water into the light bulb. I don't think that's supposed to be like that. You don't have to take these out of the housing, but I've found that over time they get kind of corroded and gummed up and they're difficult to remove. So I actually just twist and pull the whole bulb out of the housing itself, which makes it a little bit easier to then get this to release so I can put it into the new taillight. All right, here's the new Sick Boys, AlphaRex, Alpha Black. These things would be awesome. They're a little bit different than the stocks. They reverse the order of these. Well, not entirely, but it's not exactly the same. This is the reverse on the AlphaRex. On your stock one, the reverse is this middle socket. This bottom one is the parking and brake light, and the top one is the turn signal. Top one is still the turn signal over here. The middle one is your parking and brake light, and the bottom one is the reverse, like I mentioned. It's kind of hard to mess these up because all these have a little bit different sizes, but just keep that in mind. And keep this protective film in here to keep your grimy little fingers off the lens until you're done installing this. Once you got all those plugs in there, push this thing back into those pointed tabs first, and then we'll replace these bolts. Tighten these bad boys up. The torque spec on these is not too fucking tight. There is a metal insert, but you're basically screwing these into plastic, so just don't fucking break it. Look at that. And a pretty good fitment on the gap all the way around this thing. Don't mind that at all. Now you just need to wait a couple of weeks for this to get covered in road grime, and it'll blend in with the rest of your truck. And there's a turn siggy. It actually has kind of a sequential pattern to it, which is not too bad. I mean, it's not the same as the damn Morimotos, but it's not bad. You gotta do a little wedge on the brake to get the brake lights to pop up. This is also how you drive your vehicle off of a cliff if you need to. You just put it on the gas. There's the full brakes depressed. Got that third brake light popping. That's the normal running lights. Probably flickering because the camera can't pick up on the LEDs as well, but not too bad. Probably about the fastest mod you could do barely a beer's worth of work there, and it's a pretty big visual difference, and you can sell it to your wife because it's a safety improvement too, so everyone can see you when you're braking. So there you go, guys. Just about the easiest thing you could probably do that is kind of cool, to be honest. A lot more stealth looking than stock. So there you go. Change your tails out.